Adele, one of the most iconic British singers of our time. Today I'm going to be reacting and analysing Adele's use of language, the idioms she uses, and the general British vocabulary. I'm really excited for this video. I haven't watched this interview in advance, so I am seeing this at the same time as you. And I believe this interview was taken by 60 Minutes Australia. So without further ado, let's jump in.
She has an astonishing 10 Grammys, 4 Brit Awards, an Oscar and a Golden Globe. Little wonder Adele is on track to becoming a billionaire by the age of 30. But perhaps most amazing is that all the accolades, all the commercial success has been squeezed into just 2 albums.
That's incredible. In just 2 albums, she has become this superstar. And this video was taken before her 25 album came out. So that's pretty amazing.
Now her third, simply called 25, was released on Friday. And again, centre stage is that incredible voice, punching out soul-piercing songs with extraordinary power. But Adele is so much more than an awe-inspiring singer. When I sat down with her, I found a woman who is irreverent and very candid.
Candid, oh, a lovely word. Candid means very honest, very real, very raw.
I've got to be honest with you, this is an exclusive for you guys. It was so painful making that video when I'm standing on the pond.
Okay, so she just said that to make the music video when she was standing on the pond for Hello was really painful. Let's see why.
And I had 4 massive, like bigger than this room, wind machines. I had grit and leaves in my under my eyelids.
Oh no.
And all these leaves be coming, and I'd be like, stop! Stop! Then my eyes would be like bleeding.
Oh, I love the way she just has all of these idioms rolling off her tongue from the moment she starts speaking. She just said my eyes were bleeding, which means your eyes feel so painful from something. So it could be grit, it could be sand. In her case, she had these 4 wind machines and they were basically stopping her vision. Bless her. So, wow, yes. The pain was worth it for us. The pain was worth it. What a voice.
She's been hailed as a once-in-a-generation superstar.
Agreed.
A voice that has smashed every conceivable music record.
The reaction to that has blown my mind.
Blow my mind. Another fantastic expression. If something blows your mind, it's something that you could never have imagined. It's something you could never dream of. It's this idea of something that has surprised you so much so that you still can't believe it. And you blow me away, Adele. You blow me away.
You know, I would never in a million years thought this was going to happen to me.
Again, another phrase. I never in a million years thought this would happen to me. This means I could never dream that it would happen. This is something that I never imagined my life to be.
For nearly 3 years, Adele had all but disappeared from our lives until now.
Hello.
Oh, she's so
But
nervous.
amazingly, after all her success, the adulation, the exaltation, she can't believe that she's even sitting here today.
She's so humble.
What is
So
it
humble.
like to know that so many people love what you do?
It's incredible that people are letting me into their lives again. But yeah, I was worried I missed my window, and I was worried that the world moved on so much in so many different ways.
Oh, some lovely phrases there again. So she used, she was so happy that people let her in to their lives again. This is the idea of opening the door and allowing someone to be a part of your life again. So she was really worried that her audience would no longer want to hear from her after disappearing for 3 years. And Adele, we are here. We are back. Okay, I know this interview was taken a few years ago and she's been on the scene for a while, but I appreciate it a lot. And the other phrase she used was missed my window. This is like saying missed my chance. She thought that people wouldn't accept her back into the music world and her career was over, but she didn't miss the window. We are all here.
She needn't have worried. When word got out that Adele was back, social media exploded.
I remember this day.
I had no idea how powerful social media was until this week. And up to now, I don't really get it. No, I don't really think, let's go old school. And it's like, you can't actually be old school in a world where social media is in charge of pretty much the world.
I love the way she changed her accent just then. She's like, oh no, I don't really get it. She means, I don't really understand it. I don't really get it. I don't really understand it. So she didn't realise how powerful social media could be. And she used to think, oh, it's better to go old school. To go old school means to be more traditional, to do things the way they were before. So more like making videos and things or posters instead of using social media. Social media is still quite new, so we can still say the times before social media are traditional or old school. Really lovely phrase, and we use it so much in British English. It's a really nice phrase to know.
It's me.
A 30-second TV ad. No name, no pictures, just a voice.
But we knew who it was.
Everything.
Was your head under the doona while you were waiting for the response to this?
Yeah, I was a grumpy grump that day. When it went out, I was like, and then I saw a couple of tweets and I thought, okay, no one cares. That's fine. Everyone thinks that's sort of like a Christmas advert or something. So yeah, I was like bricking it.
Oh, so many lovely phrases that she uses there. But the two I'm going to talk about are grumpy grump. This is when it's like when you're grumpy, but you're also anxious at the same time. And the other phrase she uses, which I love, is bricking it. If you are bricking it, you are stressed, you are anxious, you are worried, concerned, on edge. So I can imagine, coming back after 3 years was a huge deal for Adele. So I'm just so happy that she could come back.
But those first 2 tweets turned into a torrent. And then a cascade of tributes from her fans.
Hello from the outside.
Her website was soon getting 4,000 hits a second. Adele couldn't believe it.
Did I pull that one off? Like being in the homes of that many people and stuff like that. But I'm waiting for someone to send me back to Tottenham or something.
She's saying that she couldn't believe her success with the song Hello, and she was waiting for people to say to her, go back to Tottenham, where I believe she's originally from Tottenham, so she thought people might just say, oh, you're no longer relevant, just go back to where you came from. But she was really happy that everyone accepted the song and loads of fans were loving it. Really nice.
That's not going to happen. Hello is already another Adele classic, an instant #1 hit around the world. Hello? That's
Hello.
about anyone in particular?
It's about everyone and reminding everyone that I'm still here despite everything. I'm still very much here and I think about you every day.
But Hello is just one song on her new album, which she admits didn't happen easily.
My main thing on this record was I want to be believed. And there was quite a long period where I didn't believe in myself when I was making this album. I lost my confidence and I couldn't find myself for quite a while because I was just a mum. And the songs I was writing, they were great to the ear, but it didn't move me.
Okay, so if it moved...
Oh, that's a really interesting message. So the reason she wrote Hello was so that everyone can feel heard. That's amazing. And she then goes on to say that for a long time she didn't believe in herself. So she made this album as she was trying to believe in herself again and saying, look, I'm here after everything that I've been through. And that's a really powerful and beautiful message to bring across. And I think it's a really lovely album. Even after all these years, I'm still listening to it.
If it moves you, then
Oh, yeah.
it will move others.
That's the only thing I can put it down to. But I mean, I'm an emotional wreck.
I love the way she just she's so candid. She is so raw and real. She's like, that's what I can put it down to. You know, the interviewer says, you know, if it moves you, it will move others. Moving, it means as in emotion, not physically moving, it means an emotion. For example, if something moves you, it makes you feel something in your heart, or it makes you feel something that you haven't felt emotionally perhaps before. And then she replies with, that's the only thing I can put it down to. This is like to say, that's the only thing I can think of as to why people are listening to my music. She's so honest.
Emotional wreck, anything moves me, so... I cry at anything. But
Me too.
Even when you're singing your own songs, you cry.
Yeah, no, I do.
Me too. Aww.
Part of Adele's appeal is that she never holds back.
The guy that this next song's about, not enough time has gone by since he was a prick to me.
Her raw heartbreak and lost loves, motivation for many of her songs.
But sometimes it hurts instead.
It's not all that long ago that Adele Adkins, an only child, was living in London's working-class Tottenham with her struggling single mum, Penny, a little girl who always knew she wanted to sing.
Oh, so I didn't know that about Adele. So she did grow up in Tottenham, and she comes from a home where she only had her mum. That's really hard. You know, I think this is quite a common scenario these days, but it doesn't make it any easier for anyone. Oh, that's so sad.
But I remember obsessing about music quite a lot. Like when I liked an artist, I really liked them.
And was your voice always what it is now?
I was about 5, I think, and I remember my mum being like, you know, like it wasn't just like a 5-year-old singing along. I remember her being a bit like, okay, yeah, you can sing, like, and then no one ever told me to shut up, like. And then like, when I was like 10, I used to do like Spice Girl concerts in my living room for dinner parties or whatever. You know, when they'd all had a few glasses of wine, I'd like bribe them into coming into my room for like a £5. And I'd put on a show for them and stuff like that.
She used to put on shows in her living room, and she would bribe people into her room to sing to them. Bribing, it's like to give someone money and say, "Look, come into my room. I will I will sing for you. I will sing for you. Come." I love that idea. And she was basically saying that no one ever told her to shut up. She means shut up. Of course, I'm pronouncing it fully, should we say. But she means as in she was clearly a good singer from the age of 5 because no one ever told her to stop. So I would say that says everything you need to know as a kid singing. If no one tells you to shut up, it must be a good song or it must be a good voice.
From my hometown.
Those home concerts were more finely tuned at a British performing arts school with classmates Amy Winehouse and Jessie J.
She went to school with Jessie J and Amy Winehouse? Another 2 legends. Okay. I'm loving this the more I'm hearing it. Oh my goodness. And I love the phrase that the interviewer just used, fine-tuned. Fine-tuned, it means like tailored to make her better. For example, we are all constantly trying to fine-tune our skills, to make our skills better and to make them perfect or to the best of our current ability. Really, really nice phrase. And without a doubt, she is fine-tuned to the T. This means to the utmost level.
Just 3 days after graduating, Adele scored a recording contract.
3 days after graduating. A recording contract.
2 years later,
Legend.
her first album debuted at #1, selling 7 million copies worldwide. It won her 2 Grammys, one for Best New Artist.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna cry.
Debuted, it means released for the first time, and she won 2 Grammys. These are awards. I believe they are global, or maybe just in the US. I'm not sure. Don't quote me, guys. But she won 2 Grammys. That's amazing. It's really hard to win an award, I think, in the music industry because there are so many incredible artists, and the fact that she could win as Best New Artist, that's insane because there are so many talented, famous artists and new artists in the world every year. So she's definitely a legend of our time.
So what Adele did next came as quite a surprise. To the astonishment of her old bosses, she took up a job sorting CDs out the back of her local record shop.
Do you get a kick out of seeing your own stuff on a shelf?
Yeah, where's my albums? No, yeah, I do. Actually, the other day, I went to go and see my friends and their new baby, and Hello came on in the car, and it felt exactly like it did when I was, like, 19, and Hometown Glory came on the radio. So that was pretty nice, because I didn't think that would bother me, but it was. I was like, oh, my God!
She didn't think her own song would move her on the radio or bother her on the radio, but when she heard it, she was really happy, and she gets a lot of happiness from being in the record store. That's amazing, and that's so humbling, the fact that she would spend time doing that, not just singing and interviews and press and all of the things that come with being famous, but also being willing to, you know, go to a record shop and, you know, organize CDs. That's pretty incredible. And I think that it's kind of timeless because CDs, yes, they are going out of style, but as someone who grew up with CDs and DVDs, I think that, you know, it was such a nice thing to get in the car and to have CDs beside you and to have to choose one to listen to. I remember I listened to Destiny's Child a lot in the car at the time, but I don't think CDs are as popular these days. I think vinyls are more popular as they are the more retro form of listening to music, or the more, I don't know, unique form of listening to music. And then you have you know, Spotify streaming, or, you know, YouTube, or whatever you want to listen to. I think music is so much more accessible, but it's really nice.
Like, you know, it was really exciting.
So you've still got the girl inside.
Oh, I mean, if anyone can get over that, then I think they're just weird.
The global superstar still loves a rummage around.
What do you think when you see these?
I think it's so much better after all the hours I put into artwork to see it that big.
Nowadays, they have to shut up shop for the girl who worked in the back room after that first Grammy win.
Sean said, yeah, that he didn't pay you, which you were very happy about.
I didn't need, like, $5.50 an hour, did I, at that point? I've done my first album and just won a Grammy.
So now, for her to go to this shop and help out, they have to shut the shop because obviously she's famous and people want to see her. So they have to shut the shop if she wants to go there and help out. And they're just joking about how the owner doesn't pay her. And she says, well, I don't really need the $5.50 an hour now, do I? Iconic. She's basically saying, I'm rich, but in a more humble-ish way. I love the song.
Since 2012, Adele's life has never been the same. She won 6 more Grammys for her second album, 21.
But my life changed when I wrote this song, and I felt it before anyone even heard it. I just felt it, so thank you.
Rolling in the Deep became the anthem for the broken-hearted.
It's a great song.
At only 24, she was one of the highest-selling artists of all time.
Hold your breath and count.
Adele didn't even need a second name.
Feel the earth move and then
Absolutely. I love this. She didn't need a second name. She is like the UK's Beyonce. I have to say it because Beyonce, you know it's Beyonce Knowles, but we don't say Knowles, or I think she's married, so she's like Beyonce something else, or I don't remember, but we just say Beyonce, and in the same way we now just say Adele, and I just think, girl, that's fire, to be honest with you. That's absolutely fire. The fact that you can not only be known or be famous for your name, but for your first name. That is iconic, and few artists have that luxury.
And the Oscar goes to
Skyfall.
And in 2013, she added an Oscar to her swathe of awards for the Bond theme to Skyfall.
No, stop, because I remember when this song came out and I was constantly singing it. I remember it was just one of the most iconic songs that I sang in all my life, because I was like very emotional. This is the end, you know, like really emotional and all that craziness. And I just think to myself, what? It's already been, you know, another 13 years since that song came out. And I remember the James Bond movie just made that moment so perfect. So yes, I would say for sure this was iconic.
Mate, believing in me all the time. And my man, I love you, baby. Oh my God!
Adele was now a brand,
Adele.
Thank you so much.
a commercial juggernaut, and she didn't much like it.
Thank you so much.
There are or were elements of what happened with 21 that they really frightened me. It got pretty out of control and it got so big I was a bit like, is it just grew like limbs of its own and started like doing marathon runs and stuff like that.
What do you mean by that, though? It just kept...
Well, it just kept, how...
She grew limbs of her own. Okay, so she's using this expression to express that she feels like what happened after her album 21 just spiraled out of control, and she felt like it became its own person in itself. She felt like she wasn't in control of the way her music escalated or how she was living her life, and she said it frightened her. It was scary because she was still really young, and to have, you know, to be navigating your early 20s and at the same time be experiencing fame, and it's a lot.
How was it possible that an album kept getting bigger and bigger? Like, the fact that I was frightened by it and distanced myself for no other reason other than to live a real life, to write a real record. That was the only reason. How am I supposed to write a record that people can relate to if I'm doing unrelatable things? It's impossible. So that's why I backed off.
Oh my goodness, that's such a wonderful statement. She backed off, which this means backed away, like it means take a step back from what you're doing and review and reflect. And I think that's such a powerful statement she just made. And I do believe a lot of artists now write quite unrelatable music because they are so out of touch with reality. But the fact that she took that step back and she wanted to live a real life so she could write relatable music, that truly is incredible. And I think that's something that should be applauded, because I think not enough artists do this. And I think it's so lovely that she wants to be in touch with people, to be in touch with reality. This means to not be away with the fairies, but to be present in the moment, to not let her fame run away with her.
We're on the road with Adele.
That's all right. How are you feeling anyway?
I'm all right, I'm pretty rough. Pretty rough.
She's taken us
Pretty rough. She says, I'm all right, which means I'm okay. But then she follows that with pretty rough. This means having a crazy day. For example, if you're feeling pretty rough, it's like you might not feel very well physically or mentally, but she basically said two opposites. She said, I'm all right, and then pretty rough. So This is the confusing part of British English. I would say she's saying she's doing okay, but it's been a rough day. That's how I would take that expression.
With her into a secret recording session in North London.
So you're set for this today?
I'm a bit worried about my voice.
And an exclusive opportunity to hear her new songs. It's all part of her preparation to launch her new album, 25. And it's what everyone has been waiting for.
It's a whole new me.
But for Adele, it's uncomfortable. It means she's having to deal with some old demons.
I get really nervous. Like I just, it doesn't feel that comfortable being on a stage with a massive spotlight, with people wanting to be entertained. I never think I'm going to live up to it.
Projectile.
Oh, that's a really real feeling. This idea of being on a stage, the spotlight comes on you, and she feels that the expectations people have of her, that she can't fulfill them. And Adele, you're doing great. Don't worry. We're all here for it. We're all here for it.
Vomiting?
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah. I mean, I've pretty much done everything in my power to try and not get on the stage. But the thing is, I love it afterwards. Once the show's finished, I love it. I love it. Oh, I love that show. It was great once I'm off the stage. I do just stand there and sing, and every now and then I think, what could I do to spice it up a bit? Oh, maybe a bit of rain. Who you trying?
I love that. What can I do to spice it up a bit? Here, when she says that, she means, what can I do to make it more interesting? If you want to spice something up, it's to make it more interesting or more intriguing or more entertaining. And then she says, maybe I'll just have a bit of rain, because in a lot of her videos, she has rain pouring down on her. She's standing in the dark or in the gloom, and it's constantly raining. So yeah. I love the idea though.
You try and think of ways to spice up. There's actually not much you can do with my music.
The other thing Adele can't do much about is the fact that she's now public property. You said that you don't want to be a celebrity.
No, I don't.
How do you avoid that?
I don't know, I feel like I've done a pretty good job of it, actually. Just not doing everything. Not going to the opening of a letter or a packet of crisps.
And I know that you've brawled.
Not going to the opening of a letter or a packet of crisps. When she says that, she's basically saying she's done a good job of staying out of the spotlight. She doesn't want to be a celebrity. She wants to be as regular and normal as possible. And in order to do that, the lady asked her in the interview, and how do you do that? You know, how's that working for you? I think I've done a pretty good job of it, really. Here she means I've done really well because I haven't been going to all of these premieres, these fancy red carpets, especially not for packets of crisps or fancy letters.
Quite rightly, with the paparazzi. So that's all part of it?
When I'm with my kid, I don't want my kid photographed. It's hard enough being a kid in general. Imagine growing up and like your first kiss, your first cigarette, like all that. Like if that's how I found out about my child's life, I don't think I'd ever forgive myself.
It's the world's most difficult.
Oh, that's a really nice phrase. I don't think I'd ever forgive myself. We use this when we're saying about something that we wouldn't allow to happen, because otherwise we would always feel sorry or feel ashamed of that thing. So here, when she talks about her child, she is trying to keep him out of the spotlight so that when he grows up, he won't have this issue of constantly being followed around by paparazzi and things like that. And I think that's so nice that she's so protective of her son.
Because, well, you don't have to sell yourself, but you want your music to be heard.
Yeah.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, no,
I haven't sold out yet, so I think
well,
it'll be
indeed,
alright.
you said you won't do a perfume or...
Well, I mean, I've got nothing against people that do it. It's just the only reason people do it is for money, and I'd rather not give in to that, because I think also you don't want to get addicted to making money like that. But do you know what I mean? It's like, so I'm alright, you know. I don't think I would ever do those things. And what would me having a perfume do? Because I wouldn't wear my perfumes. That's not me being in touch with my fans. I'll always wear the same perfume I've worn since I was 15.
Which...
Oh, that's so humble. Oh my goodness, she is so humble. So she's basically saying she wouldn't come out with any sorts of perfume or any sorts of brands that she creates because she knows she wouldn't use them, and that would make her out of touch with her fans. And she believes people who make these brands are doing it for money because they can profit off their fans. And she's saying, no, I'm not going to do that. I won't allow that to happen. I think that's a really, really lovely message.
You said that this is not breaking up, this is making up with yourself.
For the first time in my entire life, I feel like I'm dealing with myself, and I think that's having become a mum. You only have so much space to kind of worry about things and cling on to things because you have a tiny capacity for yourself, because this child takes up everything and they're much bigger than...
She's saying that she doesn't think so much about herself anymore. She's constantly thinking about her child, and her capacity to think about herself is very small. Capacity, it means the amount of something you can think about.
At age 27, Adele is now very much in charge of her career.
Are you ever falling
Yes.
down the stairs in public? Not yet.
At XL Records, the label which so brilliantly signed her up back in 2006,
You don't perform with shoes on.
I go on in my heels, and then after a while I'm like, take them off.
Adele
She goes on stage in her heels and then decides to take them off because they're too painful. Girl, I got you. I don't wear heels for that reason.
off, but absolutely hands-on.
So Phil does all my artwork. He works at XL at my label, and we've done all 3 albums now together. And which I probably think this one probably nearly gave Phil a heart attack. I was changing things like when he was in Germany at the printers.
That's so funny. So Phil is the person that she's worked on her album covers with and all of her design work and artwork for her albums. And she was saying that she thinks that she almost gave him a heart attack because for this third album, she was trying to change things at the last moment when he was literally at the printer. So that's quite that's quite funny though. But I feel like I would be the same. I'm very indecisive with art sometimes.
Do you have much argy-bargy, really? Like,
Argy-bargy on day one.
Phil won me over on the green 21, and now he's won me over on this coral 25.
Won me over. Lovely expression again. If someone wins you over, it means that they do something for you that you believe is amazing or fantastic, and it makes you love what they do or love them.
So those are things I would never pick, and I say no, and then Phil puts his foot down, and then he wins.
To put your foot down, this means to say no or to stop something from happening. And I think it's really nice that Phil has said, look, these are the colours. I think these will look really great on your album. Adele said no. Phil puts his foot down and says yes. And then she, in the end, agrees because he wins her over with his amazing work. So I think it's a really, really cool idea.
how did you
I
get...
just wear her down.
Wear her down. If you wear someone down, it means you say something or you do something so many times until someone else gives in and says, hey, yeah, let's go with your idea. It's a really good.
Adele's music has rewritten all the record books. If she never sang another note, she's absolutely made it. Hers is a true fairy tale.
Oh my goodness, that is so interesting. So even before this new album came out in, her 25 album, she was still made for life. This means when you could comfortably live with the money that you're making from whatever you've done previously. So in this case, from her previous 2 albums, she was already comfortably living. That's incredible. What an achievement. And I just love this interview, and I really hope that she's in a good place in her life and that all of her dreams have come true and that her family as well. I just think she is such an iconic British singer. I love the way she talks. She has such a unique accent. I really hope this video has helped you to understand Adele a little bit more. Her accent is quite heavy and strong, but I think some of the expressions should hopefully be a bit clearer. If you liked this style of video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because I would love to make more content like this. And let me know if there's an interview or a singer that you would like me to have a video with next.